Greetings, YouTube. I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of minutes how to do the aspect ratio of this video so you can see both the video and the comments, and it looks like this is just going to be it. I'm not sure when I import this to YouTube how the look is going to be. It's probably going to have gigantic black bars on the side, so I apologize in advance for the lack of aesthetically pleasing video for this, but it's kind of about the discussion, more about the aesthetics anyway. So I'm just going to give you kind of a behind the scenes look at my thought process behind making this video, because for the past couple of weeks, I have been approached by different summoners about this issue, and at first, I kind of just dismissed it as crazy. The first guy came to me and he said, "Prof, I just got a temporary ban. I don't do anything illegal. No one has my login but me. I don't use bots or anything else. No piloting, and yet I'm banned." And of course, it is a nightmare if Kabam mysteriously bans your account. And of course, if you don't think you've done anything wrong, the biggest nightmare of all is that you will never ever get a specific answer from Kabam about what you did wrong, and so you don't even know if you're going to get banned again because you don't know how to correct behavior that isn't public. This honestly reminds me of exactly the same thing of what happened to me with YouTube. To this day, I still have no idea why my offer review got flagged and gave me that 3-month ban strike. I can speculate until I'm dead, and I'll always just have a guess as to why that specific video was flagged. But it's maddening. It's maddening to not have answers and not have closure or resolution to an issue. So when the first person came to me and said, "I think I know, or at least I have a theory as to why I got banned," it's because I also did the same thing, because it is true. And I have seen screenshots of this where certain people accidentally got banned for doing too well in the variant difficulty, especially using Quake. And then once Kabam realized that they were not mods, that they were not hackers, that they were not cheating, they actually sent a fairly small compensation package to these summoners as an apology. Of course, if these screenshots hadn't made it to my inbox from the summoners that were affected by this, I would never have known, because Kabam didn't make it public that they accidentally banned some players for reasons that were not their fault. So this leads me into this current discussion about Alliance War, because at least one of the 3 summoners that contacted me, and basically the first person contacted me and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to make a video on this. This sounds like it's going to be just exaggeration. It sounds like it's going to be dramatization. And then the second person, who didn't even know the first person, contacted me with the same story, and I'm like, well, that's probably a coincidence, even though I don't really believe in coincidences. Let's not rush to judgment, get all emotional. But then when a third person came forward and this official Reddit post appeared, I'm like, okay, you got me. Let's talk about this. And for the record, I don't know if this is true. How the heck am I supposed to know? I don't, put the hammer down for Kabam on bans, but it does make sense when you think about it, and that's why we're going to discuss this. First and foremost, I think I can play the video based off of how I'm setting up this video on my computer, and I surely can. So, if you're asking yourself what kind of Quake play will get you potentially banned or trigger the ban hammer, as the title suggests, notice that unlike the traditional Quake play, which consists of a parry followed by a heavy attack, this Quake is actually never blocking. So by not blocking, you are taking even less damage than before. Now, that one heavy that connected is different in terms of what I've been shown as some examples than others, because in the perfect Quake world of even the most difficult Alliance War nodes, you not only can bypass things like stun immunity, but by not connecting on a heavy, you can take 0 hits and you can cause 0 hits, as I think this fight's going to end with at least 1. And so the bot, so Kabam is probably installed, it makes sense, a bot to try to catch hackers, and that's a good thing generally. And the hackers will be caught by seeing suspicious activity in Alliance Wars. I only was personally witnessing this once in my time playing the game, where basically it was one of those profiles where they didn't have anything past a rank 4 4-star, and yet they had the Labyrinth of Legends Ultron as part of their profile, and they were routinely taking 0 damage and just destroying the defense that my alliance, this was like over a year ago, had, including certain champs that you thought, how could that be the case? Like, this was magic before Blade, right? So because of that, Kabam wanted to stop that, and that was a problem for a while. I would hope that that's no longer a problem in Alliance War Seasons, but I've been naively wrong before about people doing all they can to get an unfair advantage. So, anyhow, this post exists on Reddit, and basically, as the comments scroll down, as you can see from this video as well as my past posts, Quake can be played in such a way where you can entirely avoid taking damage, even from block, while also doing 0 hits to kill the opponent. I am inclined to think this playstyle is automatically flagged by Kabam's anti-cheat system. This is the second time I was banned, first time being last season. Last season was the time I mastered this particular Quake playstyle and started using her actively in war. Both times I killed a mini-boss, with this same method, in which both subsequently resulted in bans. Now, this person also is going to anticipate the backlash of people saying, yeah, I'm a Quake player, and this has never happened to me. So, bro, I think you're just covering up for something illegal that you're doing. So this person trying for a unique name literally comments, Kabam will never reveal why I was banned, but I was highly inclined to think this is the reason. I play exclusively on the iPhone X, use no mods, never share account logins, never pilot, don't use third-party apps, have not done anything to violate the terms of service to the best of my knowledge. I posted this issue on the Kabam forums as well. Here's the link. It was taken down. Of course it was taken down. Now, in the interest of being objective, because again, there's really no way I can 100% know if this is true. I just know that several people have come forward and claimed that this is why that they were temporarily banned. Some people don't buy this at all. In fact, you will see in the comments, if you scroll down on this particular Reddit thread, which I will post in a pinned comment when I publish this video and edit it. But basically, there are certain people who say things like, this seems very rare. I've been using Quake for over a year now. I take some damage, though, because I run her with suicides. Never got banned, never got called a cheater, never a problem. I can get some answers from Kabam. So this person's kind of like on the fence, you know. But to be honest, I think that you are paranoid over Quake. It has to be some kind of mistake. Now, obviously, if you're banned, mistake or not, you're banned. And that can be infuriating because you aren't going to get answers. And so another reason why I'm doing this video is because we have to decide as a community if this is legit, because then it presents a unique issue of certain people getting paranoid that they can't bring Quake in at all, and that's not what I want to happen, but at the same time, you can't blame them if they think there's some truth to this. And that's why it says, this honestly makes me a little afraid to use Quake in war. Luckily, I don't think I'm quite good enough with her to get flagged, but still, it's terrible that being fantastic at a character that has one of the highest skill caps in the game can get you banned. Now, for the record, I think if this is true, Kabam's not doing this on purpose. It's just that Quake is so good at being undetectable because of the lack of registered hits and the amount of registered hits taken that the bot basically has to make a choice when that information comes up. Is this person cheating or is this legit? Now, hopefully, if this problem is real, Kabam will find some way to tweak how this is registered, especially if they know that Quake is the champion. Because the other thing is, this bot may have no idea, or it may mean nothing to this automated service who the champion that's the attacker is. It's all about hits received and damage taken versus hits given and damage caused. And so if those numbers are going to be 0, especially absolute zeros and 0 in all of those categories, then it's not going to be like, well, let's see if it's Quake. It's just automatically going to do what it thinks is the safe thing, and that's ban the player. And it's a very unique problem. And I want to say one more time, I'm making this video because this has been sent to me by at least 3 summoners as of the time of recording this that don't know each other, but all are convinced this is the same problem. And so it's worth a discussion. I am not here to tell you whether or not I know that this is true, because I don't. And so it would be irresponsible of me to make a declaration on something that is a hypothesis more than a proven fact. But at the same time, it's important for the community to know that there are several people out there, including several who have commented on this forum post, who truly believe that this is a reason why they're getting temporarily banned, and whenever they try to contact Kabam, their post gets deleted and shut down, as was the case when this summoner went over to the Kabam forums as well. So now, I just would like to know what you think. Do you think this is BS and the person's doing something illegal and just using Quake as a cover? Or do you buy that if you play Quake perfectly, especially in the style similar to the video at the top of this post, you can see how that can actually trigger the automated ban from someone that's probably never a human being, but still has the power to make your account be deactivated for a couple of days. Either way, let me know below, and thank you to everybody who's reached out and talked to me about this. I realize, especially at first, it was frustrating that I wouldn't just jump to YouTube to do a video, but I think it's very important that I'm a responsible content creator that waits days and sees what people write on Reddit and waits to see if more people come forward before I have more evidence to have a well-rounded discussion, especially about such an important issue as temporary or permanent, hopefully not permanent, bans to your account. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.